Hey, Dr. Carr. I hope you've had a wonderful week. I'm here today with my principal, Miss Dina Hall. It's been a crazy week. Just going into today, we had interviews set, and as we're about to start our interviews, we had a girl that had an asthma attack, so Miss Hall had to leave and go with the student to the hospital. So I had to lead the interviews. So then when we got back, we had an angry parent. Then we had to do the buses. So it's just been a crazy day. But when we're talking about self mentoring, I spoke to Miss Hall about this, and one of the things that we noticed coming into the school, both of us being new to the school, was the first thing we needed to do was recognize and identify some of the talents and challenges, not only within ourselves but also within the environment. Like I said, being new, we weren't sure what we were getting into, and I actually came in a little after Miss Hall. So, Miss Hall, can you tell a little bit about some of the talents and challenges that you've noticed within the environment of the school?
Okay, well, first of all, hello, Dr. Carr. Um, as far as challenges are concerned, I will say, coming in as a first year principal behind a principal that had been here for 14 years, so the culture had already been set, and just taking the time to be very observant and to keep our eyes open, our ears open, listening, having conversations with teachers just to find out exactly what was happening already in the school building before we made any changes. So that I think was on top of that, the hardest challenge has been making changes. We know that when we go to school in administration, they tell us, your first year, just observe, don't make any changes. However, there were some changes that were necessary to be made as far as the culture of the school and things that we're having to do as far as setting expectations for what needs to happen in the building. So that has been a challenge. Anytime change comes into place, there is always a challenge, but especially, following an administrator after 14 years, teachers have gotten into a certain mode of how things are done, and we're working on changing that culture to make it even more positive than what it has been.
Yeah, and I think that's very important. You have to evaluate, see what's going on within the school, within the culture of the school, what creates the culture within the school, and then after that, we kind of have to set expectations. And Miss Hall's done a great job of that. Um, and we're not going to go too in depth with that, but any expectations that you've kind of set from the get go, I know them, but would you like to share them with Miss Dr. Carr?
Well, and I was, sometimes I've actually been told that my expectations are too high. However, my passion is for children, and my number one expectation is that kids receive the best possible education that they can receive. So, in doing that, just everyone learning to be reflective and to be professional and to be educators in this building every single day. An email went out today where we're having to make sure that we hold teachers to the expectation of being to work on time. So even things like that, because if we're going to hold students to that expectation, we have to hold teachers to that expectation as well. Bell to bell instruction is another one of the expectations that we hold, is that we're not wasting classroom time. It's precious, and that we're coming in ready to teach, and then the students are coming in ready to learn, and they were preparing them not only for today, tomorrow, this year, but also to be college and career ready once they leave high school.
And thank you for taking the time, Ms. Hall, today. I'm sure Dr. Carr will enjoy everything that we've had to say. So have a good one, Dr. Carr.
Bye,
Thanks.
Dr. Carr. Thank you.